Hello, I'm Mr. Checo. I teach third grade, and today I'm going to show you a quick rounding strategy. The strategy is called the boss strategy. The only background knowledge you need is your knowledge of place value and your knowledge of digits. Remember, you can pause or rewatch this video at any time to help you practice. Alright, now give me a fist pound if you're ready to learn how to round like a boss. Boom! Alright, so one of the first things we want to do is we want to list all of our digits, and we want to remember the rule that goes along with those digits. So the first digits we're going to list are 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So a common rule that you will hear that goes along with these digits are 4 or less, let it rest. So right here I'm just going to write 4 or less so we remember that. And whenever we get a boss or circle a digit that is a 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, what we're actually going to do is that digit is going to tell the other digit to stay the same. Now, our other half of digits are 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And a common phrase you hear with those digits are 5 or more, raise the score. So if the digit that we circle is a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, we're going to raise the score. And what that really means is we are going to go up 1. The digit that we circle is going to tell the other digit to go up 1. So I'm going to leave this right here at the top of the board, and you just want to make sure that you remember that. All right, so the reason why I call this the boss strategy is because we're going to have one digit, the digit that we circle, boss the worker, the digit that we underline, around and tell them whether to round up or whether to run down. So the next set of numbers that we're going to round to the nearest 10. So we're going to be rounding these to the nearest 10. So the first number that we're going to round is 46. So when we look at the number 46, when rounding to the nearest 10, our worker, which is in the tens place, is the 4. And then the digit to the right is the boss, so we're going to circle them. And then we're going to see what the boss tells the worker to do. So my boss in this number is a 6. So a 6 tells it to raise the score. So that means that worker is going to go up 1. So if I'm 4 and I go up 1, I'm going to become 5. And our boss is now going to become a 0. So 46, when rounded to the nearest 10, is going to become 50. 7 is a single digit number. So what is in the tens place? Nothing. Who is the boss of nothing? The 7. What is the 7 going to tell the nothing to do? Raise the score. So that 7 is going to tell that nothing to go up 1. So now that nothing, which is a 0, is now going to become a 1. The boss is going to become a 0. So 7 is going to round to 10. Okay, now this time we are going to be rounding numbers to the nearest 100. So the first number we're going to round is 245. Now the first thing we want to do is look for our worker, and our worker is going to be in the hundreds place. So the 2 is in our hundreds place. And then the digit to the right is going to be the boss of the 2, which is 4. So what does the 4 tell the 2 to do? So if we look up here, it is in the 4 or less, so it's going to tell that 2 to stay the same. So the 2 is going to stay the same. The boss is going to become a 0, so that 4 is going to become a 0, and that 5 is going to become a 0. So 245 is going to round to 200. All right, So the next number we're going to do is going to be 379. So 379. Which digit is in the hundreds place? It is going to be the 3. Who is the boss of the 3? The 7. The 7 is in the 5 or more category. So it's going to tell that 3 to go up 1. So that 3 is going to become a 4. That 7 is going to become a 0. And our 9 is going to become a 0. So 379 is going to round to 400. All right. Remember, at any time you can pause the video or rewatch it so that you can understand a little bit clearer, or so that you can just practice the problem on your own. All right, so our next number is going to be 87. And even though it's a 2-digit number, we're still going to round it to the nearest hundred. So if we look, there is nothing in the hundreds place. It is nothing, a 0. But the digit to the right is an 8, and the 8 is going to be a boss of that 0. And it's going to tell that 0 to go up 1. And then our 8 is going to become a 0, and our 7 is going to become a 0. So 87 is going to round to 100. So it's only 13 away from 100. If you're not sure if you need to round or not, remember you can always look at the clue words. Some of these words include words like round, estimate, nearest, about, or approximately. You can also try to look at the answer choices to see if any of them have to be rounded. So if the answer choices are all in groups of 10, then you're rounding to the nearest 10. If the answer choices are all in groups of 100, you're rounding to the nearest 100. That's all for today. Now you know how to round like a boss. Remember, you can rewatch this video to help you practice. If you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe for more awesome videos. As always, be good, be great, get better. See ya.